do you reckon we should be buying? What kind of player?
Well, definitely another striker, that's for sure. There's been rumours about Draxler coming to Arsenal. He's a good player. I follow the Bundesliga, I watch it, and I don't know if the price he's being tagged at is a price we should be paying, but that's how the transfer market's been going, you know. It's like you're paying prices for people who haven't even proven themselves on an international level yet. Draxler has 10 caps for Germany, and still we're paying 45 million.
I had a look at his statistics. He hasn't really even started too many games this season. I mean, he started quite a few. I think he might have been injured for a while. But you know, when you're paying over 40 million for someone that's not proven, but the other way to look at it is the other teams will pay that money. So
I know that's how the market has developed in soccer, in football, and it's a dangerous game. I mean, what if you pay 40 million and he doesn't perform for Arsenal? I mean, so that's 40 million gone. So it's better investing 40 million in someone who has already proven himself. But I mean, if we have the cash, why not? I mean, we've shown that German players get well integrated into the Arsenal team. I guess they like Wenger also speaking with them in German. The communication level is there with other players on the pitch. It's a good thought, and I think it's worked well up to now. So if he has the cash, I'd say go for it.
I reckon a striker for sure. A striker is number one in our list. We have a good midfield coming through. We have a really nice defence. I reckon it's a striker to complement the entire team. And we have a really strong team going into 2014-2015 season.
Yeah, I reckon we should go after Suarez or Cavani, definitely. We need some player to complement Aussie up front, someone who can run onto through balls, someone who has with pace, someone who can win the one-on-one challenges, and yeah.
I think Suarez might be a difficult one, but I think, you know, we're all probably sitting here thinking, like, if we had bought him, paid that extra, probably 15 million, they might have let him go. But you know, as I said recently, they just ignored the contract. So what do you?
Well, not much you can do about that, you know. I guess that's football for you. Sometimes things go your way, sometimes they don't.
The centre midfielder in the mould of a Steve Giroud, someone that can hit a shot from edge of the box or just outside when we need someone with a bit of guts, I guess you could say.
Sometimes the shots will lead to deflection, you know, not necessarily the shots going, it's just that it's attacking mentality. You kind of need to be, you know, putting the pressure on it.
A little bit more penetration is what we need, because we tend to pass around the edge of the box a lot, and it is frustrating, let's admit. I mean, it's good to play nice passing football, but when you're just passing around the edge of the box and there's no penetration, it does get a bit grinding after a while. But yeah, as I said, just someone with a bit of guts and ability to take that responsibility on. If they score fantastic. If they miss, at least they had the shot, you know. Yeah.
Do you think we need a striker, or?
Striker as well would help, even though we've got Giroud, and I like Sonogo as well, but I think he's probably a little bit too young at this stage. Yeah, as I said before, someone around the age of a Balotelli, around 24, 25, who's just come into their prime, and we can sort of put in that role and have this sort of a cornerstone striker for the next 5 years or so, and not so much build our game around him, but be a reliable source of goals.
I think Giroud's bringing something to the game that we haven't had in a long time, but I think it's like we really need that pacey striker to kind of give him, you know, plan B, someone to come on for the bench. You know, Giroud's great. He can grind out a result. He can hold up the ball. He can, you know, waste time, that kind of thing, knock in the headers.
Exactly, yeah. Well, he's good in the air. We haven't had anyone that's good in the air for a while. Van Persie was okay, but I think Giroud's good in the air, and it's good. As I was saying before, if we can have the two wide guys, Gnabry and Oxlade-Chamberlain on, get in behind the defence and knock a ball over the top for Giroud. Cross one in, he's just there, bang, easy headers. Not only that, we've got the two centre-backs that can push up as well and score headers too. Mertesacker and Koscielny are both good in the air. So if we have the two wide guys, I think, you know, we can really do well with a slightly younger striker, 24, 25 years old, that can head the ball, someone more complete as a striker.
I'm a big fan of Mario Balotelli. There's been a lot of transfer talk, rumours about him. I know he's a hard player. He was acting the maggot with Man City, but I think he could be a quality player for us, a quality player. I would like to add maybe if Sagna leaves and if Vermaelen leaves, like they said they're going to leave, I think we should one more defender, but I'd be happy with Mario Balotelli, a defender. I'm hoping for Draxler, as we missed out with him. He's a quality player. I'd hope it'd be him, but we need to start spending big. If we want to play with the big teams in the big leagues, we need to start spending big. I've got a lot of hope in the youth. Wenger's put a lot of hope in his youth over the last few years, but we need to start spending cash. If you want to play with the big boys, we got to spend big.
Ozil was a start, but it was almost like we needed just one more.
Absolutely, I completely agree. I was such a fan of Ozil, and when we signed him, I was over the moon. I was nearly in tears. But we need one more, maybe two more, just to give us that extra boost.
I've always loved Karim Benzema from Real Madrid. To me, he's the kind of player who can create beautiful chances. He can score goals, he can make goals. He's good with his head, he's good with his feet. He's just an all-round good striker, especially when he's on form. We've got a couple of Frenchmen in the team, it'll be good for team chemistry, I guess. When you're looking at players that should play for Arsenal, you need if we want to challenge for titles, if we want to win titles, we need the best players. If we signed a player like Suarez last season, I can 99% believe that we would have been a few points clear of everyone else and would have been in a much better position, and maybe we wouldn't have covered all of the topics we've covered today. Also, true wingers. It's something we've been missing. It seemed like at one stage we had an abundance of wingers coming out of Arsenal, but since Theo Walcott and Oxlade-Chamberlain, we haven't been seeing those really pacey, tricky wingers. We've got Podolski, but he's, to me, more of a centre forward. We've got the emergence of Gnabry, which is an awesome player for the future, but I just think we need... I heard rumours of Di Maria. That would have been amazing for me. I'm a fan of Real Madrid, that's why I'm bringing all these examples in. But there's also been rumours of players like Draxler and Antoine Griezmann, who are amazing players. They could all work. Also, in my opinion, we've got a lot of sort of older midfielders that are moving out of the area of their playing. Flamini, Arteta, Rosicky, they're good right now, but in the next couple of years, I think they're going to have to be replaced. So, in my opinion, a player like Matuidi from PSG, he's been in amazing form. Paul Pogba, he's one of my favourite players right now. But as to their availability, I'm not 100% sure about that. They're just dreams right now.
Yeah, honestly, I think that the striker would be most important. As Adam said, Angel Di Maria and Benzema. They've just got that killer instinct in front of goal, so they know what to do to score the goals and make it count. Centre of the park as well. I'd probably I look at Man City. They've got Yaya Toure. He's probably one of my favourite non-Arsenal players in the Premier League. He's an amazing player, and he's just got the leadership that you need in the centre of the park. So we've sort of got that with Flamini right now, but he is a bit older and he's probably not of the same sort of quality. So I mean, someone like that would also be amazing.
Plus Toure can bang in the goals as well. He's a tough guy, but he can get in there. So
yeah. He scores a screamer almost every week. So
the position that we need to be looking at is definitely a striker. Giroud up front. He's not a world-class striker. He's a good striker. He's a top striker, and brings in the rest of the squad and brings in players like Ozil, Cazorla. Link-up play is brilliant, and as we saw with Wilshire's goal earlier in the season, Rosicki's goal against Sunderland, the link-up play is brilliant, but he's not that player that will get us the 20-30 goals, and that's the kind of player that we need to be looking at to getting into Arsenal. That Suarez type of player.
Someone that runs at players, is good on the ball. I think we haven't had a target man for a while, which is good. We've got a target man now, but where's our Adebayor? Where's our Henry? We need someone that's going to, run at pace at the players.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone that's not scared to take on the defenders. Instead of getting in front of the goal and then passing it around like we've seen so many times, and then all the defenders have to do is boot it out. It becomes far too predictable. And last 16 years, Aussie's been using the same tactics, and Premier League's getting used to it. People are catching on, and they have. A lot of the top teams have caught on, and that's how they hold us out. We're just passing around the box. No one's taking that shot.
At the start of the season, we should have got Benzema or Higuain. That's what we needed. We needed world-class striker, and we just don't have that at the moment.